My name is Ken Davitian, and I played the role of Armand in Cobra Kai.
What's going on, everybody? Today we got our special guest, Ken Davitian from Cobra Kai and Borat. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, other than the fact you made me wake up and get out of bed and take a shower to talk to you. I'm having a great day.
Yeah, so what made you want to get involved in acting? How'd you get started in the business?
Oh, man, I was 13 years old. My grandmother was an Armenian actress, and my grandfather and father picked up garbage.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Like back east hauling companies. Very similar to The Sopranos. And I thought, that's a lot of work. And then I read a TV Guide article about Bonanza. It was a TV show. And Michael Landon was making $25,000 a week.
Wow, yeah.
And I thought, whoa, that's where I want to go.
Yeah, exactly.
I was a theater arts major in college. I did 120 different appearances. It took me running around naked to get the world's attention.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Speaking of that, I'm not going to talk too much about Borat, but what was it like, filming that fight scene in Borat?
Cold. It was very cold.
Yeah.
I had no clothes on. And you know that thing about shivering up? It's true.
Yeah.
When it's cold, it's everything's shivering up.
Yeah. So speaking about Borat too, I refuse to watch it since you're not in it. But were you
Thank you
approached?
very much. I was offered a small amount of money, and none of the regular producers or the director was involved.
Yeah.
And I was in London shooting 3 films with Armand Desante and Stephen Bauer.
Yeah.
And that'll be coming out. It's called Mayfair. But I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to do it. And the money they offered me wasn't enough to convince me.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I mean, I watched it and didn't laugh. I thought it was very similar. The points were very similar to where our points were. They went to a lake, washed their clothes. They went to a person, tell them how to eat. They went to a person to tell them how to dress.
Yeah.
It was the same thing except with a girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Without Azamat, I couldn't watch it.
Thank you.
Yeah. But
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Speaking of Cobra Kai, how'd you get involved with, Cobra Kai?
The producers called. It was an offer. I don't even think I auditioned. I thought the strangest thing was that I lived next door to Van Nuys.
Yeah.
I live here, and they said, you're playing a guy from Van Nuys. Okay, now fly to Atlanta. I said, what?
Exactly. Absolutely.
So the first episode that I was in, I was treated like I was on a movie set with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And we were eating lobster.
Yeah.
The scene in for lunch.
Yeah, at the country club.
And I said, I thought this was a YouTube show. You guys are paying my top fee. I'm staying at a top hotel. I was first class.
Yeah.
We were eating lobster. And they said, don't worry, it's Google money.
Yeah.
So what they were doing, I thought was just awesome, because I was the guy that took his kids to see Karate Kid. I was the guy that watched Happy Days because he was the guy that owned the cafe at first.
Yeah.
It was such a nostalgic, nice, sweet time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So when I was asked, it brought my level of coolness up 10 degrees. I mean, running around naked, but to really get, I have gotten so much of people stopping me in the street, and I think they're going to say Borat, and they say, hey, Cobra Kai, man, that was great. That was great. And you guys, how many interviews I've done? I only did one episode for every season. And it's really, I don't know, man. I really love the way it's written. I love the way it's done. I got such a turn on watching this with my 40-year-old and my 37-year-old. And they showed like he's going to lose the contract. And he went to Japan. And the girl that he saved during the tornado was the vice president. And I just got so turned on. It was like in the old days when the cavalry would come. I don't know, it's written great. I have to tell you, the two young boys, the good one and the bad one, I don't know their names, but those guys are going to be stars. And I really like them. I just think it's a great show. I even did a thing that I wouldn't want somebody else doing, but I did it anyway because I ran around naked. So what the heck's the left? I text the producers, and I gave them an idea. And I think it might be the death of me, or they might like it. I actually, on the last scene in the on the third season, when I got pushed around, right after that, I went up to the producer and director, and I said, hey guys, come on, I'm in Van Nuys. Van Nuys is next to Burbank and Glendale. Glendale and Burbank are like the capital. There's more Armenians there than in Armenia. I'm going to go get those guys, and I'm going to come back and kick this guy's ass. And they said, and this is the first time I heard this, because we were on season 3 and nobody knew what was going on. And they said to me, don't worry, Ken, you get your revenge on season 4. And
ready to see that.
I went, oh, so there's going to be a season 4. Awesome. And I don't know if they've started, but the thing I sent was, if this is Van Nuys and it's legal to open a dispensary, I think I should open a dispensary and have Cobra Kai as my security. My because I want them really, really to dislike Martin and Cobra Kai. So they have
allegiance to Armand.
I think they're doing quite well on their writing. I just thought it was a good idea. Maybe it'll come to pass later, or maybe it'll be the death of me. I don't know. But I really like the dynamic. I like the way they write it. And it has not only gotten the crowd that they wanted, your age, but they got everybody that was watching them before when they were kids. Because, I mean, I got a 40-year-old boy. He's got 2 kids. It's Cobra Kai. So I think it's great. I'm excited about it.
They started production in January, like the end of January. So they've been filming.
Well, so far they haven't called me, but I am patiently waiting. You bet.
They got to put you in season 4. You got to be in season 4, though.
I told him I wanted my revenge. He says, yeah, you'll get it. So I don't know what that means, but I have already become accustomed to Atlanta. They have the best fried chicken in anywhere. The hotel sent me the first time to this place, and every time I go there.
So in Cobra Kai season 1, was that boba tea any good, or was it the way you were acting like it was on screen?
No, wait, what?
when you were drinking the boba tea, was it actually good or was it really crap, like Armand was saying?
Nah, I don't like it. And
Yeah,
I don't like it even here in the stores when they have the little.
yeah,
And I either want to drink. You know what? And to be fair, I don't like croutons in my salad.
yeah,
You know, if I'm drinking, I want to drink. I don't want to chew. And if
yeah,
I'm eating salad, I don't. And everybody loves croutons. But
yeah.
so tell me your fascination. When were you a Karate kid, or did you see the movies after you saw the show?
Yeah, so I grew up like around when I was like 4 on the original 3 movies. So like when Cobra Kai first dropped, like I saw the first 2 episodes when they came out in theaters before the show had actually aired. So I was a fan way before Cobra Kai even hit.
Yeah. No, I think there's a lot of people. I think this is why. I mean, Netflix. It was the one of the top shows.
Yeah,
I'm excited to be involved, and it was because everybody was very, very nice. I
yeah,
mean, really friendly. And I'll tell you something else. On another note, I made a movie with Paul Sorvino,
yeah.
and he played the Shah of Iran.
Oh, wow.
And the movie, it was a very serious and true story. The movie was called Price of Freedom.
Yeah,
And my character was a Saudi, and Kuwait. I was a Kuwaiti, and I had a royal family. I have jets. So I sent the jet to pick up 4 or 3 people that if they got caught, they would be killed.
yeah,
So I saw all the killing that this guy, he had like white hair, and he was a Mullen. I think that's what they called him. And it was like a judge. And they would bring somebody and say, you did this for the Shah, or you did this for the government, so you're going to die. And
yeah,
it's like, it's very serious, right? So this guy puts like 5 people to death, and he's very serious and real.
yeah.
And I had no idea it was Martin Cole.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I heard something about that. That y'all were in the same movie at some point. Yeah.
Yeah. I when I went to the premiere of the movie, then I met him, and I was there while he was doing the acting and stuff, but that's when I met him and stuff. And I just thought, wow, he fooled me, and I'm good. So I had a new respect for him, and now he's the guy that is going to cause all the trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, at that time you were in Cobra Kai, but he wasn't in it yet, right?
No, he wasn't in it.
Yeah.
He wasn't in it. But when we came to shoot Cobra Kai, then I realized, and I told him, because I was amazed at his acting.
Yeah.
And it was such a great movie, and everybody had to have accents, and a lot of it were real people.
Yeah.
So he was very good, and I got to tell you, man, it was something to talk about sitting with Ralph Macchio. Something I can tell my kids, and my street cred goes up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
it's been great all the way around.
yeah. So what was that move, from YouTube like to Netflix? Because, I mean, I was an original YouTube fan, but no one really knew what I was talking about. But now everyone's talking about it because, it's moved to Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people thought it was a kid's show.
Yeah.
People thought it was going to be for kids. It is not a kid show. It is a coming of age of everybody.
Yeah.
And look at the character Johnny. Is that his name?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's now going to be friends with Ralph, and it's the good guys against the bad guys.
Yeah, I'm ready to see them team up because they can't ever get along.
Well, that's the hard. That's going to be the hard part. But let me ask you, how many times on a regular day does somebody say wax on, wax off?
All the time.
Just like that's like one of those Clint Eastwood's sayings, and it's just it's a great thing.
Yeah.
It's something everybody's going to remember. I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if you remember, but I was looking at your IMDb. You actually appeared on one of my favorite shows, 2.5 Men. What was that like, if you can remember?
Oh, it was fantastic. I did the show with Ashton Kutcher.
Okay, yeah.
So we're shooting, and he's showing somebody on his phone I don't know what they, when they put the thing on the girl's stomach and they see.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So he was showing, and she was pregnant, and he was all turned on. He was going to have a kid. And,
I remember that episode.
It was short, but it was and you know what? I had
with free back adjustment. That doesn't narrow it down. I made that offer in a lot of delis in Little Armenia. Anyway, why don't you hop up on the table, and I'll try to make your back as tender as your kebabs.
Made impression with another show that we were going to put out with Warner Brothers. So the table read for 2.5 Men was, I forgot, it was like 10 o'clock in the daytime, in the morning. And the Peter Ross is the at the time, I think he was president of the whole Warner Brothers, or he was president of television. And he came to the table read, and he shook my hand, he hugged me, how you been, and all that kind of stuff. And when he left, John Cryer said, "Hey, we've been here 11 years doing table reads, and the president has never come."
Yeah.
So I don't know, but he liked me because we were going to take something out with Phil Rosenthal and Tom Warner, and the producing team was Gold Miller or Miller Gold, and Miller was Sasha's manager. So he was the one that got us on Saturday Night Live, because he reps all the comics. And to me, the whole career came to that 2-minute warning. You're going to be on live Saturday night. And I always wanted to be on. But I got to work. I got to raise a family. I got to take care of everything. So acting started late. I did Borat. I was 55. And running around naked for a 55-year-old is hard to explain to children.
So they came out with a Cobra Kai video game a little bit ago, and they had Armand in it, but it was a different voice actor. Were you approached to be in that?
No, I was not, and I do voiceover, and I would love to. I know it's only one episode a season, but I really like the show, and I'm turned on by being on it.
Even some of the main characters didn't even have the actual voice actors. Like the guy that was trying to do Armand's impersonation, he was horrible too. It sounded nothing like your character.
Well, if they asked me to do it, I would do it. I would do. Listen, that's the whole thing. If people call up and say, "Hey, would you do this?" Yeah, I'm an actor. Of course, I'll do it. What? That's a job. Don't ask me to do plumbing. I'm not very good at it.
Yes.
And I like it. I like doing what we're doing. And I like because on the drop of a dime, I'm going to talk like Armand. No problem for me. I like it. It's very good. My father, my uncle, everybody talks like this. So you have to learn to catch it, because sometimes words that you're saying in English, they don't compute the same, you know.
Yeah.
Somebody, because in Armenia we call cats something else.
Yeah.
You know, and in America they call it kitty cat. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
But it's great. It's great. And you know, to me, I like a backstory. So I've done my own backstory on Armand, and he's made a lot of money on property. He has a son who was in the first season with me, who kind of reminds me of AJ in Tony Soprano. The guy's got everything, and he's just got to get mature and do it. So,
have you been on any sets since COVID?
Okay. I tell you what happened. I'm making a movie in Miami, Portugal, and London.
Yeah.
The movie's called, there's 3 films. I don't know, but it was Mr. Mayfair when we did it. And it's starring Armand Desante and Stephen Bauer and me. And I always wanted to do something strong and heavy without an accent.
Yeah.
And when they sent me the script, they said, "You're going to play Ira." And I said, "Can I play Armand? I want to make the character Armenian so I could ad lib and all that stuff." Yes. So Thanksgiving 2018, I think, 18, 19. I don't remember. But that's when we came back. And I had a family tragedy in January 2020.
Sorry to hear that.
And I said I can't come back till March. I went back in March. They picked me up at the airport. I went straight to the set and got into costume, and I had one Russian woman was going to kill Armand Desante.
Yeah.
But he didn't know I was there.
Yeah.
He didn't know I'd gotten there. So I just got in, I shot her, saved his life. Yeah. And he said, "Where'd you come from?" And it worked perfect because it. Yeah. And right after that, that was March the 6th, 7th. Right after the shoot, they put me in a van and said, "You're going back." I said, "What do you mean I'm going back?" They says, President Trump closed Europe, and probably next weekend or during the week is going to close London, and that means you can't go back. Yeah. So they put me in a van with another guy who he's going to be in the 4th movie, because the first 3 I got, but I didn't do the 4th. So I'm sitting in the van and I'm talking, and I know you're probably not going to remember this guy, but I'm like, "Well, so who are you? What are you?" "Oh, I'm retired. You know, I live in San Francisco. I'm retired. I used to do television shows and stuff. I was on a series." "What series?" "Yeah. Starsky and Hutch." Starsky and Hutch. Do you remember Starsky and Hutch?
No, I'm not. I don't know.
It was the 70s. He played like their informant, Huggy Bear. And that's when I was like, whoa. So to me, I was a big fan of the show, and we started talking. He's a great guy. And I got to tell you, I was at awe just working with Armand and Stephen Bauer. Stephen Bauer came to fame as in Scarface. Yeah. And Armand Desante, still at this age, women are coming up and hi. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It was really good. and I'm ready. I'm ready. I don't know. There's a lot of crap going on.
Yeah.
Atlanta and stuff. I don't know, but I know that they've gotten, not just them, but everybody has gotten the list, and they've got somebody on the set that makes sure that everything is being done right.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of difficult,
Yeah.
but you know, the
Yeah.
first 3 months was a killer, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you couldn't go anywhere. I think they said that in June sometime that we're going to be totally open, but I really think we're almost totally open, and
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to
No.
lockdown.
Yeah, me either. Yeah, in North Carolina, we're getting there. We're closer and closer. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I was in North Carolina or South Carolina. I don't know.
yeah,
But we had just shot a scene for, we were eating pie at a cafe.
yeah,
And we called it a one-horse town, but it was a one payphone town.
yeah,
And that's where I called to Kazakhstan. I told them everything was fine. That we ate at that cafe, and nobody said nothing. We tried.
yeah,
Nothing was going on. So we're walking down to the car. All the cars are in the parking lot, and some
Yeah.
guy starts yelling, "Hey, Sasha! Hey, Sasha!" Now, you know, I mean, come on. Whatever we are, this is not. He's sitting in a car, and he's going, "Hey, man, I do music with your brother."
yeah,
Okay, wait a minute. So he's not, you know, he's not a talkative, friendly guy. So,
Yeah.
but when he mentioned the brother, he goes over there, and I'm standing next to him, and he says, "You know my brother Aaron?" And the guy says, "Yeah, man, we make music together. Here's my album." Not
Yeah.
album. Here's my tape or something, he said.
Yeah, something along those lines. Yeah.
And we looked at it, and we said, "You're Led Zeppelin?"
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, we yelled it so loud that the director, Larry Charles, came and he said, wait a minute, Robert Plack, wait, my first concert that I ever went to, and it was so nice. And then I met him in London when we were shooting. I met him in Burbank. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
So that's my North Carolina story.
Yeah. So for Cobra Kai season 3, did you have anything cut out, or did pretty much everything make it? If you can remember.
No, I don't think anything was cut out. I can't remember. I know that they didn't want to show us getting beat up, but in reality, so all it was at the end was I called Ralph and said, "Hey, we're not doing it. It's not over." But I think that's going to lead to more problems.
Oh yeah.
I hope. I don't. I'd love to do two or three episodes. It really. I did a movie where I didn't speak a word of English. Actually, I didn't even speak a word, and it was in black and white.
Yeah.
And that movie won an Academy Award.
Wow.
It's called The Artist.
That's awesome.
And I thought, okay, this is good. Now, again, and that's it. That's where you're going all the time. You want to do something that you think is worth their attention.
Yeah.
So, and I think Cobra Kai's, I cannot imagine that they're not going to win Emmys. I mean, it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love everything around the business. You gotta like, so that when you're doing what you're doing, it just feels great. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
What do you plan to do?
Honestly, I have no clue. You know, we'll have to see, but I have no clue yet.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Have you taken any lessons for anything? Archery, karate, anything?
Yeah, I'm a wrestler and I used to do jujitsu. Like, if that's what you're kind of asking there, yeah.
Yeah, I was a wrestler. I'm lighter now than
Yeah,
I've ever been, except for birth.
yeah,
And I'm not even sure about that. But
yeah.
I'm losing weight, feeling better, and I don't know. I
Yeah.
think I would like to do something like Cheech Marin.
Yeah,
He's an artist.
yeah,
He paints. I mean, really, really nice.
yeah.
I don't have any of those. My father tried to get me to play a musical instrument. He sent me to music stores. He sent me to. He bought a violin. He bought a guitar. And he bought a drum set.
Yeah,
And I learned how to play the radio.
yeah,
Yeah, that's all. That was the extent of my ability. I remember one teacher telling me, "Don't ever sing. You can't keep a pitch."
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I thought he was talking about baseball. The hell do I know
yeah,
what he's talking about?
yeah,
So, but one of my sons does a podcast.
yeah.
It's not easy because you got to know everything because somebody's going to pop a question and you got to have the answer.
Absolutely. You know, you got to do your research and prepare and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you ask the question, but you already know the answer. So doesn't this interest you? Doesn't doing acting is one thing, but if you're doing this, would you consider like being a commentator? And,
yeah, I mean, definitely a possibility for sure.
Because every old person is going to tell you, figure it out now.
Yeah.
And work toward it. Because I'm telling you, 55, I had a hip replacement and a knee replacement. And at 55, I'm running around naked.
Yeah.
So if you believe in yourself and you work hard. Now, listen, there are some people that don't have a clue of what they can do.
Yeah.
And they may be wasting, I mean, a guy tells me, hey, I want to be an actor. So, how do I do that?
Yeah.
Whoa, why? They pay you a lot of money for this job. So obviously you should know something.
Yeah.
So, but it's still, when they tell you, if you love your work, it's not work.
Yeah.
This is the field. And anything, music. I mean, I have a very good friend. He's his name is Omar Akron, and he won a Grammy, I think 3 years ago. And he's the first Afghani who was born in America. You don't even know, but he's an instrumental guy, and he did an album, and that's what you need. You need that kick in the ass.
Yeah.
And then you're off.
Yeah. So yeah. Speaking along that, yeah, what's your advice, for anybody wanting to get into the acting or entertainment industry?
You mean now?
Yeah, like nowadays.
I think it's called boredom.
Yeah.
I have been pinned, which is we want to hire you when we do this.
Yeah.
So get ready. I don't know, 10 times this year. And everything was postponed. Nothing was done. Now on television, some of the shows you see guys wearing a mask. It's what's happening, and what are you gonna do? I gotta tell you though, I mean, you don't remember, but before you walked into a bank wearing a mask, Jesus. I mean, I don't know what can happen. And now as you walk in without a mask,
you're getting screamed at. Yeah.
The same thing. So I don't know. I just wanted to finish. I told people on YouTube and everywhere I went, I said, there's one thing people are forgetting and not doing.
Yeah.
And that's praying, because I really think
Absolutely.
whoever started it, he can stop it.
Yeah.
So
No doubt.
call him up and wake him up. Tell him we have a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now in North Carolina, what is the football team or baseball team? Who do you?
Well, for NFL, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Baseball, I'm not huge into baseball, but I guess I'd say I'm like an Atlanta Braves fan, because that's like, we don't have a baseball team here, so I guess maybe the Braves.
Yeah. So Roger Staubach, he's still playing for Dallas.
Yeah, he was our quarterback back in the day. He won 2 Super Bowls. Yeah.
Oh, he's not there now?
Nah, our quarterback now is Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I figured this. I like when the players become the commentators, because they know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
you know,
like Tony Romo. Yeah, he's a really good announcer.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's like if I'm doing it, I have to fake it out and go,
Yeah.
wow, that was great. I did a cross-country trip with my youngest son, and we went to every baseball stadium on our way to Chicago.
Yeah.
And I don't remember where, but one minor league game, I threw the ball out.
Yeah.
And then we ended up in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I went on Good Morning Chicago.
Wow.
And I said that I threw the ball out. We're all here and stuff. And I want to go to the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I got people calling and calling. I only needed 2. I ended up with 4 tickets.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Called
awesome.
my son and said, grab your cousin and come to New York.
Yeah.
So they came. They watched the celebrity game. They watched the All-Star game.
Yeah.
And I was in my room because I ate a gyros.
Yeah.
And it didn't agree with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I missed everything. And Tom Warner, who owns the, I don't know which one it is, one of the Chicago baseball teams.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the guy. I was working with the guy. I got great. And no, I was in my room and mostly in the bathroom. Terrible.
Yeah.
And the worst thing about it was it didn't stop on the plane.
And
plane bathrooms are small.
Yeah. Yeah. So last question. So do you ever want to write or direct, like your own, projects?
My dear young friend.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have, I don't know how many. One of them is called Poo Poo Papa.
Yeah.
And Poo Poo Papa is my character, Middle East, Armenian, whatever you want to do, but he's Archie Bunker.
Yeah.
He's Archie Bunker. And so I have been trying to get that show on the road. And then one of my sons wrote a thing called Hockey Burger, which we have had many restaurants.
Yeah. So
he did the back of the show is we're in the restaurant, we're working, and my son is a hockey coach, and his mother died. He didn't come to the funeral because it was the playoffs, and then he comes, and now we have to solve it and all, but it's a comedy.
Yeah.
In October, I wrote, and all of these are all written in treatment or script. And in October, I wrote a treatment about a granddaughter that's 10 years old, and our granddaughter was 4 at the time. I wrote this thing for her. And the story goes that the grandma wants to take everybody to Armenia to show them where we grew up, where we hung around, where I had my first kiss.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I swept her off her feet and I brought her to America. 40 years has passed, 50 years has passed. And she's going to bring the whole family, and her mother is 104 and she's still alive.
Yeah.
So we've planned this vacation, and grandma passes away.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Before we can go.
Yeah.
And the little girl, the 10-year-old brilliant granddaughter of mine, takes her daddy's credit card, gets 2 tickets to Armenia,
Yeah.
makes sure that mommy and daddy are out of town.
Yeah.
And we go to Armenia to spread the ashes of grandma.
Yeah.
And the little girl is, I mean, this is her movie, and it's her time to shine.
Yeah.
And she explains it all, and she's crying, and finally we all get together and everything is happy, and it's a great story. But in October, I gave it October 2018.
Yeah.
No, 2019.
Okay.
I gave it to her to read, and she said, "Why does the grandmother have to die?"
Yeah.
And I said, jokingly, "Because grandpa's a movie star. I mean, I'm not going to get any money if you are the one taking her. Well, I need a name."
Yeah.
And we were thinking small budget, 800,000, because Armenia's cheap and they have everything. And so she says, "Why does the grandmother have to die?" And I said, "Because grandpa's a movie star."
Yeah. Yeah.
It was October. January 1, 2:43 in the morning.
Yeah.
She passes away. My wife.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, man. I'm like, it's a tragedy I wouldn't want on anybody. And if you look, most of your old ladies, the husbands die first.
Yeah.
So it's still strange. I'm still not used to it. But when I finally read the script, because I just couldn't come to reading it, it's great. It's funny. It's sad. It's funny. It's sad. And it's good at the end. It's a happy family. And I think it could even go to a series afterwards, where the girl and the grandpa are doing all these fun and crazy things. That's the one that is what they say in the business, a passion project.
Yeah.
So, but I don't really write the words.
Yeah.
I'm doing that now on something with my producing partner, and it takes more time, because after you say, do this, then there's a discussion. Well, why did you do that? What's he going to do later? You don't have that when you're writing alone, but most Hollywood television shows are written by a group of people that are around the chair called the writer's room.
Yeah.
Have you thought of writing?
Yeah, I'm just not good at writing stuff, so I don't think that would be, you know what I'm saying? It's just like.
Yeah, I'm not good at it either, but I am terrific at coming up with the idea and the conflict and how it should work. I'm just not good writing the words.
Yeah.
And to be very honest with you, most of the stuff I do, I ad lib, because especially with an accent, you have to change words so it fits the accent and it's understandable, and it gives you a lot of room to move around and make mistakes, because he's whoever he is, he's an old guy and he's a foreigner. So you know, I don't know, you people kiss just one cheek or you kiss two cheeks.
Yeah.
In Persia, it's two cheeks.
Yeah.
In Japan, it's you bending down. I don't know. You just say hello.
Yeah, for me, I feel like it'd be the same. Like I could come up with possibly an idea, but I'd have to just send it off, to like actual writers, to put the work. Per se.
It's not easy. I'm doing it with the producing partner, and it's really, I mean, it's a pain. And the difference is, if you're writing and a writer, you know that the description is one thing, but you're talking to somebody. So you don't write like words that you wouldn't say when you're talking.
Yeah.
But he does that. He would be a good author. If they walk outside on the porch and the trees are green and the grass is green, and then there's I don't need that. What did you say when you walked out?
Yeah.
Hi. Okay, that's all I need. Hi. You said hi, you let them in.
Yeah.
So it's a different animal.
Yeah. I just want to thank you for coming on today. It's great to be able to speak with you today.
Hey, I hope it takes your show to another level. I really, I love working with those guys in Cobra Kai. I really do. I mean, the three guys that created it, I mean, this is a dream come true for them. This is it happening.
Yeah.
This is what can happen in America. It can't happen in a lot of places.
Yeah.
If you go to different places, you'll see, oh, this guy's a Spanish movie star. He's very loved here. Same thing. He's got a Russian movie star. It's very loved there. They don't make the same type of money, and they just don't do the work with passion. It's a job.
Yeah.
And in America, if you got it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I just want to thank you
good.
again.
How many viewers do you have?
I'm right at robbers. I'm right at that. But I haven't been doing it too long, but you're like my 28th or 29th interview, so we're getting close to 30 interviews.
Okay. Maybe you should cut one piece out of all of them that you really like and have a combo and show that one. Do that one time. There's use your imagination. There's a lot of stuff you can do. And right now, we're just starting to open up the country. So it's a great time. That's why I wanted Mayfair to come out while we were still, because a lot of movies came out.
Yeah.
And no matter how bad they were, they won awards because there's nobody doing anything.
I mean, Borat 2 even came out, but
Yeah. I said, listen, I'd like to work with the woman and stuff, but working, doing Cobra Kai and almost 99% of everything else is love.
Yeah.
But that 1% of that's work. And it's just a dysfunctional situation. So I didn't want to get involved.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to thank you again. It was awesome being able to chat with you today.
You are welcome. Tell people to listen to you. I'm going to get in trouble for this, but you may even want to send a note and see if you can come on the set.
Yeah, I do have contact with John Hurwitz, one of the writers. So,
hey, I know him.
Yeah.
Come to the set and interview him.
Yeah. Well, actually, next season, I might try to be on background for something, because they're always looking for background people in Atlanta, and that's not too far from me. So I may try to go out there and be in an episode or something. Okay.
There's levels. If you interview him and then get on the show, you're a buddy.
Yeah.
If you get on the show first, you're going to be one of the extras, and you're not going to be able to go and say, hey, listen, I do a podcast and all that stuff. You gotta remember, it's an adult world. Go out there and say, listen, this is what I do. I just interviewed 29 people. One of them was Ken Davitian, and he said, if I'm going to interview you, I should come to the set. But I think you got to build up your following.
Yeah, I'm starting to get, bigger interviews. So hopefully getting that, I can kind of get his attention a little bit as well.
Yeah, you got to, I know people, 10,000 likes. I know one he's got 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those, I've done 2 or 3 Cobra Kai interviews.
Yeah.
So good. Go for it. Don't stop unless you're doing something stupid.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're going to school now.
Yeah, I'm
okay. This is a good road. Take the road of wanting to be radio, television, that you don't have to take the acting classes, but heck, you know who Chick Curran is?
Yeah.
Okay. The guy's like 1 million years old, and you know who he is because he's the voice of the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So, but do something. Don't waste what good things there are that are happening. Put it all together and do something. It's like cooking.
Yeah.
So good luck to you.
Yeah. Good luck to you as well. Hopefully we'll see you in the rest of the seasons. Hopefully more episodes.
Yeah. I hope maybe they'll think about my crazy request of opening up a dispensary.
Yeah.
On the 5th season.
Yeah.
Because I think this thing's, if they wanted to, it could be on like Law and Order for the next 25 years.
Yeah. Hey, anything's possible.
Yeah. I think the young 2 guys that don't like each other
they can become their
next
show.
Martin Cove and Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the show is great. So good for you. Good for the show. Thank you for thinking of me as an interview, and hello to everybody out there.
Yeah.
We're just, what is the date? It's April 10th or something.
April 10th. Yeah, I can't keep up with the days anymore, but yeah.
And this virus has to end.
Yeah.
And we have to be better for it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I the thing that's happening a lot, and I don't know if we're better for it or not, but if people are walking, they say, excuse me. If they bump into you, they try to walk around you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, but when you're in the market with the basket, you move it so somebody come by. It's all, COVID stuff, but it's really being nice and polite to your neighbor.
Yeah.
I know people that I had it on December the 3rd.
Yeah.
And I never had any symptoms or anything. When I took the test, they said positive. 10 days later, they said positive. Then 10 days later, negative, and you have antibodies, you have this. I don't know who to believe.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. So I listened to my 2 nutritionists, Ben and Jerry, and they say eat chocolate. So I'm eating it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully we can possibly get you back, if you're back in season 4 on here again.
Yeah. You got it, kid. Let's get it up to 150.
150. That's everybody out there. Let's get to 150.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks again, man. Have a good one.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
See ya.